Now before we get started with this video is really scuffed, obviously. I'm actually recording from my phone right now because I have a little thing that's going on my computer, and there's not enough disk space for me to record with OBS, so here I am doing it with my phone now, so hooray, I guess. So I wanted to upload this video because I have a little rant about a problem that I clearly have, and some of my friends have clearly caught on to this issue as well. Some even directly telling me that what I am doing is not healthy, and for their sake, I want to try fixing myself. But the problem is I do not know exactly how to put that plan into motion, though I do have some ideas. Disclaimer before we start, if you don't like talk about mental health / suicide, then you should probably be slightly careful on watching this video, but other than that, we should be good. So the gist of this whole issue is that I constantly want to have someone to spend time with, whether it's on Instagram or Discord. I always want to call with others. I do not know exactly what else could cause this issue, but I think there are a few factors I should probably know. So point number one, when I was super young, my family had suspicions that I had some form of autism. So they took me to a US Army hospital in Korea, and wouldn't you know, I had borderline Asperger's. Borderline Asperger's, what the hell? I don't know. For those who are unaware, Asperger's is a form of autism, or it's classified now as a form of autism, where young people especially have difficulty trying to relate to others socially, and behavior from them can also be very, very repetitive. One of the reasons that I was not completely diagnosed with Asperger's was because of my desire to make friends. Though I will say it's been forever since that diagnosis, and honestly I feel like nothing has changed, so I'd like to assume that I do in fact have Asperger's, though I do need to be slightly careful with saying it like that. Also recently, and by recently I mean a few months ago, I considered jumping out of a 3-story window because I didn't like living. One thing that I hate doing is venting to other people. The reason why is because I don't think the shit that I say, or the shit that I go through is anyone else's business. They can't really do anything about it, so why even bother trying? I vented to 4 peers IRL, and only one guy took it seriously. Everyone else just laughed it off. So that didn't help with my belief of venting to other people. So I was later taken to a hospital in California to be watched for hours and hours on end. Some nurses asked me a few questions, and I answered said questions. They came to the conclusion that at the time I was still stable and I may have a case of major depressive disorder. I've noticed that some people say that they don't like having a label part of their life or something like that, but for me, I heard that possibility and I thought, that makes sense. So I'm not crazy. I am just sad. I don't know. This is like some background information for you guys, so I don't want to say this as like an excuse, but also it's kind of worth considering. Point number 2, I don't really have many IRL friends, and as such, most of my life is online. Even though I was spending some time with some of my IRL peers in my first year of college, I was never good at talking to them for a prolonged amount of time. Really, the only people that I was actually good at talking to were the RAs on my floor, and bless their souls, by the way. I love them to bits. But that whole thing about not having IRL friends actually culminates into another issue that may seem really contradictory, which is that I keep wanting to talk to others in call. Hell, I've even gotten told off by some of my friends that what I'm doing is annoying, and you know what, I take fault for that. So, I'm sorry about that. But then comes point number 3, which is that even when I do talk with others, whether online or IRL, I don't really know what to talk about. The only thing that I can really do is just show some things that I've made, whether it be music, heavily edited videos, or so on. Otherwise, it just becomes an awkward silence. And I fear that even that can get annoying, as that could depict me as a narcissist of some kind. But when I'm not talking to others, I become bored and I don't know what to do. I feel like I become more productive when I'm talking with someone, but not when there's so many people to talk to. So, yeah. Bottom line, it's always a conflict on whether I should be talking to others, but then also be annoying in the process, or not talk to others and then become bored. And I thought of a few ways of fixing this, though I would also appreciate some suggestions as well. I've considered just not asking people at all. I've just considered not asking people, hey, do you want to call at some point? Fixes the biggest issue that most people have had with me, which is being consistently annoying that I want to call people. And I've also just considered going outdoors more often, but I'm also really socially awkward. And even if I did find someone to talk to, I feel like the whole issue from point two just comes back to bite my ass again. So there's that. And I really don't know how else to do it. Also, like, just me being in Japan right now doesn't help. Most of everyone will just speak Japanese, so like they don't know like English and stuff. And there are some friends that I have here, but I don't think I really have close contact with them nowadays. So, I don't know. Just a short rant that I wanted to put out there, and I do want some help on what I should do to fix myself. But if the solutions that I presented are good enough, then I'll just go with that. So, yeah. And yes, I did read this all from a script. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.